Hey y'all. So, I wanted to talk to you guys about something that we try to pretend that it's not as important as it is. The reality is, the person that you're in a relationship with has a major impact on your life, how your life is going to go, the mindset that you're going to be in when you're with them, emotional heights, the building, the relationship that you're able to have with the person. It does have a lot to do with your life. In the age that we're in, I think it's super easy for people to convince themselves that love and relationships are not important. And that's just not true. Love is important. Relationships are important. It's okay to want to have a relationship. It's okay to want to have love. Compatibility. Compatibility is not just about, oh, we like the same things or we are attracted to each other. Those things matter, and sometimes they don't. You don't always have to like everything a person likes, for example, but you do need to be attracted. So there's certain things that may seem shallow, but they are things that matter. And then there's some things that we think matter, like, oh, we like the same color, and it really doesn't matter. That's not something that's important for a relationship to last. Compatibility is not what we always have been taught that it is. Compatibility deals so much more with the idea of, where do you see your life going? Where do I see my life going? Do we complement each other in that? Because at the end of the day, even though you're joining a relationship, you're still your own person. So there's one person and another person coming together, sometimes more depending on what you into. And the compatibility comes from the lifestyle that I want to live. Do you add to that or do you limit that? That is what compatibility is. And sometimes you'll find someone who's opposite than you that helps you to push those boundaries. And sometimes you find someone who's not opposite, but they know it's very different from something that you're used to. But the way that you guys work together or feel together or interact together or think together, the things that you guys can come up with, those are the things that create compatibility. It's not always we're both spiritual, or sometimes it's the opposite. You can have someone who's into the world and you have someone who's into spirituality, but it can still work. You can have someone who is, I don't know, into business, and you can have someone who's into whatever the opposite of business is. I don't know, but what I'm saying is the lifestyle that you want in the future is what creates the synergy that can actually grow into something. Also, just because something is exciting doesn't mean that it's love. Sometimes excitement is lust. You will find these moments that you realize you feel love because you feel comfortable, you feel safe. That's what love is. It's not always the most exciting situation all the time. You have your moments, but there are times when you realize, I feel safe here. The lifestyle that I want, the ideas that I have, the way that I can express myself, these are the things that I want to continue. And if you have a person who aligns with that and complements that, and it also enhances their lifestyle that they want to have leading forward, that's compatibility. And this is when you start adulting and you start realizing life is much more than just being attracted to an individual. Like, being attracted to an individual is cute. It's important. It's a must. I would say, I think you have to be attracted to the person you're with, but it's not the only thing. And neither is, liking the same type of music or liking the same type of foods and all these things that we're taught growing up. Also, the people that you've been around when you were younger. So let's say you're a little girl growing up. The men that you see around you, even if they were amazing men, it doesn't mean that that's the type of man that you need in the future. So what I'm saying by this is, I think we've been tricked into, or told rather, that we have to go after whatever we've been shown as an example. And even if it's great, that's awesome. That's a great thing to have, but it doesn't mean that that's what you need for your life and for your desires. And so this is another thing that I think we have the tendency to overlook these things. We think that we have to go after what we know, but sometimes it's just going after what you want in life. And that comes with learning yourself, really getting to know what is it that you want out of life. Another thing is, just because something doesn't work out with one person, it doesn't mean that it was a bad relationship. It could have simply been that you guys loved each other, liked each other, but the compatibility for the life in the future was just not on the same course. And that is also something that can make or break a relationship. They could have been the perfect person, been amazing, but maybe they just weren't perfect for you and what you want to have in your life. And so, again, these are just little nuggets that over time you start to see when you really are being honest with the true meaning of a relationship and the true meaning of connection and the true meaning of building a life with a person.